Greetings. Now I'm going to have to make a change in the way I've been reading these benevolent magic posts for you. I've noticed that some people, not many, but some are getting confused when you do the living prayers. And occasionally people are saying quote and unquote. And I can see how you might get that. You might say that. So I'm going to stop saying quote unquote. I'll just try and remember to pause before saying the living prayer and after. But if I don't, I'm going to trust that you know when the living prayer or benevolent magic started and when it stopped. Otherwise, if you say quote or unquote or something like that, it won't work. So, sorry about that. That's my announcement. And now I want to say, this was originally posted on Monday, September 26, 2005. It's called Plants, Animals, and a Possible Glimpse at Our Future. Many of you have observed the deteriorating conditions available for the animal world, and for that matter the plant world. I'd like to give you some living prayers you can say that will help to sustain and support the plant world for starters, since after all, it is difficult for you to survive without a vigorous and healthy plant world. It is no accident that you are, quite obviously, having aspects of harmony between you. Think about it. Every time you cut down a tree, every time you mow the grass, every time a forest or a portion of one is cleared to build housing, you are cutting down that which exhales components, needed components, of the very air you breathe. You exhale, amongst other things, carbon dioxide, which the plants inhale. The plants exhale oxygen, which you inhale. A simple, basic chemistry, you know. So I think it is important for you, and those of you who would care to say the following living prayer. I am asking that the plant world feel love, support, nurturance, and acknowledgement, and appreciation, and most importantly, to feel welcome from the human being world, and that these feelings, so important to all beings, invigorate the plant world, encourage them to continue and encourage them to grow, and be in places where they have had difficulty in maintaining themselves, and that by that welcome the deserts will bloom again, and the sea of concrete will someday welcome them back. I realize that that last part sounds a bit unusual. We're not asking the forest to spring up in the middle of your highways, but it is possible, you have seen it, to have highways that are suspended. I grant they are expensive that way. It is also possible to have less vehicles on the highway. Of course, you need trucks to move the goods you need to survive, and public transport to move you around from place to place as you need to. But I feel that many of you might be aware now that public transport, while not being what you would like it to be yet, has the capacity and the potential to improve and become much more comfortable and much more welcoming for the average citizen. And I think that that's what it would take to encourage you to try public transport. There is another thing that would encourage you, and that is to be polite to each other on that transport, to be welcoming and friendly as best you can, and to support your fellow travelers when you see them in need. I know this seems to be obvious, and it doesn't always seem to be possible, but look towards public transport as being something that will be accentuated in the future. the day of the individual car may be coming to a close as far as the need to own one. For a long time yet, though, it will be possible to rent a car for a day. When public transport is very helpful, very useful, and can get you just about anywhere you need to go or close to it, there won't be the need to own a car. It might be hard for you to think about giving up your car, but the car, the private automobile, will become a bit more rare in the future. Still, it will be possible on a day to rent a car, or even for a short touring vacation to rent a car for a week. Purchase the fuel, insurance, all of the other, and drive it around for a week, and that will be a short family vacation, for example. Then cars will be more appreciated, and they will not be as frequently found. It will be possible to cater cars to, very specifically, the vacationing peoples, and the other vehicles on the road, as I said, will tend to be those that service human society. Yes, service the society of peoples. So now, let's close today with a living prayer to support the animal world. I am asking that all life forms we call animals, be they very small up to the largest, feel welcome and safe, and experience being welcome and safe on earth with us now, and that we learn from them by their example, and by the way they influence benevolently our dreams and our inspirations, and that learning be good and welcome for us as well. Good life to you all.